Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Stuphamism. Today is the part 2 of Reaper vs. Scourge, version 2, just to make it complicated. And we're going to be talking about Scourge today, so let's talk about the weapons. We are using Staff, and we are using Scepter Focus. We're using mostly conditions here, so these are appropriate weaponry, and then the Focus is for boon removal. Mainly, that's what we got it for, is skill 5. Which can be hard to land at times, but when you do, this can do a lot of damage and also can remove up to 3 boons. And in this build, that's going to be very important. We have a Sand Flare for healing here that also converts boons. We can transfer some conditions with our Plague Signet, Well of Corruption to convert more boons on the enemy into conditions, as well as with Trail of Anguish and Ghastly Breach. They both do the same, they convert. This is very important in our build because in our Scourge tree, the elite part of it, we are doing Feed from Corruption, which whenever you remove or corrupt a boon from an enemy, you gain that boon. And we're going to be doing that a lot, even through other traits like Unending Corruption, Path of Corruption. You know, these are different traits that are going to go alongside of even our sigils, Sigil of Annulment and Sigil of Revocation, in order to get the maximum amount of boon removal and corruption. And we're going to be using those as boons to boost our own damage and survivability. We also have a pretty good cushion of 900 vitality, 1200 condition damage for quite a bit of condition damage and some good condition control there because of the extra vitality, which we're also using then with Rune of Scavenging to convert some of that vitality into more condition damage, plus some still health. So this is the build. We've got quite a bit of condition damage. We have quite a bit of vitality. So when it comes to conditions, we're going to be hopefully running this game. Our only possible problem might be running into some melee that hit us really, really hard and fast before we get to build up some boons. But, you know, our goal here in team play, especially in group play, is to try to get our way around, hit the enemies and remove their boons, so we strip them and make them weak. And then by that time, I've got some boons built up myself for some extra damage, and hopefully the enemy will be weak enough to where we can dominate, especially in a group play situation. But so here we are coming up, and you get to see how this looks in real time. Thanks. So right about here, we're throwing some conditions from across this field, and if you can see there, the boons are starting to pile up. So our plan is working. We're stripping conditions off everyone else. I'm taking them for myself, just as we were hoping. This is weakening the enemy very much so. Everybody seems to be dropping. Now you'll see I'm just kind of making my way around the outside, trying to strip people of their boons and weaken them one at a time. Once they go down, I'm switching to the next guy, and my teammates are going ahead and finishing them off. Except for on this one. I went ahead and did it. So my whole goal right now is to make sure that I'm just keeping this middle area claimed, and hoping that my team's at least getting one other one, because we are in the lead right now. Main thing is if we can just keep our points up, keep at least 2 points held, and not die stupidly off point, then we should have an easy win right now. We have the setup for it, so... Now, I can't take all the credit here. I did have a good team. This made it a lot easier to do what I was wanting to do in the first place, which was just kind of stay in the back and corrupt the enemies, weaken them, and let my fellow colleagues go ahead and take them out. And keep just a steady presence within the whole match. And I did a pretty good job at keeping this middle point as well. So everything worked out as it should if you were to be in the right composition. Now, it can be different, as we know. You can have a 2 versus 3, situation, a 1 versus 2, 1 versus 3 situation. The situation right here that's happening is it ends up being a 2 versus 2. At first, I was doing a little duel here with the warrior. But long story short, if you're looking for a build that's very sustainable, this can do a little bit of everything that you want it to do. And it's also a little bit different from what a lot of other people are running, so it's got the element of surprise. But there you have it. Don't forget to subscribe.